Hey y'all, my name is Lita and I'm here with
Tiarra, Lenee. Hey y'all.
we're here about to do her mental health check-in and we're just about to see where she at, stable, what she gonna rate her mental health, and we just gonna get into the conversation of, what we don't usually talk about.
Good.
So let's just hop into it.
Okay.
How you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
So to start it off, I'm gonna ask you, what would you rate your mental health from a 1 to 10 right now?
I would rate it a 7.
Okay. What's the components that's making it a 7?
I feel like it's a 7 because, okay. So honestly, lately, I ain't gonna lie. I've been going through it when it comes to like my energy and how I've been feeling, like a lot of brain fog, a lot of stuff just not being clear lately. But through all of that, I feel like I'm reacting to it right now the best I've ever like reacted to that. Yeah, because I don't know why, but like I've been creating more discipline. I've been going to the gym.
Okay.
Doing right. I'm like, I've been doing a lot of stuff and I'm like, I feel very chaotic. But at the same time, it's like I'm just handling what I can control.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's all we really can do.
Yeah.
We're going to sit there, we're going to dwell on stuff that we can't control, we're going to go insane.
No, for real.
So that's good. All the components that's making up your 7, and it's not like a perfect number, but that's a number that a lot of people cannot get to.
Right. We're going to get it to a 10 one day.
Okay, listen. No. So for our first question, I am going to ask you, have you ever struggled with mental health?
Yes. I haven't actually been to therapy yet, but I'm actually thinking about making that something I want to do coming up soon. Like periods of depression where it's like really bad for me to eat, really bad for me to go out, really bad for me to want to do anything. I just want to lay in the bed all day. And it be really hard to kind of get everything together when I'm like that because I just be so in my head and it's not. Yeah, I just be in my head really bad.
Yeah, not the best scenario.
Yeah, exactly. And even like I said, I haven't been evaluated yet or anything, but I do have suspicions of I could possibly have some type of, mental thing going on because it happens way more often than the next person.
Yeah.
I can't really say for the next person, but like I feel like with the people I'm around.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they could be hiding there still a little bit.
Right, exactly.
So it's
because people hide it. You're right.
I feel like with that, because I understand exactly what you're saying, because I sit up here and I just sleep all day, like not getting nothing done, doing what I want to do. I don't have no discipline. Like I'm not going to the gym.
Same. I don't know how I'm going to the gym.
But it's just like I think it's just like a sense of feeling like I don't do enough.
Right.
But I'm doing too much, honestly, for my age. Like I feel like I'm at a 33 head level, and I should bring it down a notch to my actual age.
Same.
And I think that's what really put us in those spaces to where we feel like, all right,
yeah,
I don't know what it is right now, but I don't like it.
Exactly. And social media plays a big part in that. I feel like on a lot of people's mental health, like you see this person doing this and doing this and doing that, and you're like ready to get there, but it's also like a journey for you, and you have to just kind of pay attention to your own journey. Yeah. Don't compare yourself to people, because I've done that in the past too.
But yeah, that's why social media really is like the biggest indicator right now for everything. Like behind it all, nobody got their shit together.
Right. That's true.
I be so, I won't even say relieved, but I do be like, whew, like you ain't got no couch in your living room.
Are you funny?
And I just be like, wow, like we really be over here like stressed out that people can do this, do that, they go out of town, da da da. But we really be dismissing the whole thing where they be ignoring priorities that we care about while we can't do certain stuff. So once I started viewing it like that, that's when like I really just stopped caring. Like, all right, you got 100,000 followers, but you $1,000 in debt.
Right.
So I just feel like,
you got $100,000.
Let me just be blessed for what I do got. Certain people can't really do.
Exactly.
But we're going to go into our next question.
Okay.
And that is, what is your perspective on mental health, but for men?
For men? Okay. I feel like mental health is important for everybody, but especially men, because they like to downplay mental health. And that's something that you find very common, especially in the Black communities too. Yeah. Like mental health doesn't seem to be a problem to a lot of people, or they're like, you know what, I'm not going to therapy. That's for whatever they think. And it's just like everybody has something they can work on when it comes to their mental health. Like nobody is 100% every day happy. Like I don't even think that's honestly possible. But and especially with the trauma that builds up throughout the years with people and stuff like that, it's like you got to let some of that loose and release some of it, talk about it, heal from it. And I think it's very important, especially for men, because they like to ignore it.
And then all that unresolved trauma be coming into like aggression. And I just be like, man, just come on now. Because when I was dealing with stuff, it's not even like the same little sense, but I know when I deal with stuff and I don't handle it, like when my ex-boyfriend died before I went to school.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. It was just like I was going to class. I was about to drop out. But when I didn't drop out and it was going to class, I was just sitting there making sure his family good. And then it was just one day out the blue, I was just sitting there and I was just like, damn, this nigga really did. Like,
no, for real.
And I just like started making jokes about it. Like that's how I kind of cope with certain things. So I was just like, damn, you don't want to be with me for real. You could have said that. Like, you didn't have to die. Like,
that's what that's me. That's so me because I feel like humor is the best way to cope with stuff to yourself, but it don't really work with other people. So like some people they don't like to make jokes out of stuff, but that I feel like me and you, we get it.
Dark humor, all type of shit. Girl, like I need it. Like I just need to do it. Like even with my sisters, like my sister just had her baby,
right?
And she was trying to get like into breastfeeding, but she could not do it for a minute, and she was just staying up, newborn. And I was looking at it, I'm just like, girl, you have to have a mental breakdown. This girl started laughing. And I was like, what is funny? Like, bro, you got one titty out, one baby up. Like, bro, you look disformed. Like, can you cry? You scared me. Like, that's how people be. I was like, why are you laughing right now?
Oh my God, that's exactly how people be with me. Like, I had a situation a couple years ago happen to me, and it was domestic violence is not funny, everybody. Domestic violence is not funny, but this is just my way to cope. And I had a situation where this dude put his hands on me. I've never had that, ever experienced that before. And when that happened, like, I ain't gonna lie, I cried for like 2 days in a row. I was so sad, like, super duper sad. Didn't want to talk to anybody. Then, like, the next week, I was just making jokes. I'm like, yeah, because I got my ass beat. Like, I just don't know how to, I don't know how to not make a joke about it. If I'm not, I might not cry, but it's just like I like to lighten the mood when it comes to like bad stuff. Exactly, like it happened. Exactly.
And it's crazy because I see it so much like in females, like I feel like we do it the most. Like, but we're gonna move right along to our next question. And that is, how do you see yourself now versus your younger self?
Oh. Hey, this is the question that's about to this question about to eat. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of similarities and differences in the me now versus the younger me. Because I mean, of course, I'm always keep like the same characteristics. I've always been like goofy and not able to stop talking and stuff like that. So it's like stuff like that's always gonna be the same. But when it comes to like, I've matured a lot. I've matured a whole lot. And it's like the stuff I was doing when I was younger, my body, like the me now, don't even understand how I was doing it back then. Like, I feel like I see I see a lot of stuff differently now, and it's because I've experienced a lot and I've learned from a lot of the stuff that I've went through. Like, I'm not the type of person to just keep going through the same stuff over and over and over again. I'm a problem solver. I like to get to okay, this is my problem. What's the solution? You know, like, before I lose my mind, because I'll lose my mind. And it's like, the older I'm getting, it's like I'm getting tested more and more, and it's like, I mean, but that's life. And it's just like, I feel like the younger me wouldn't have seen the older me doing this, like doing what I'm doing now. Yeah, like taking initiative. Like when I was a kid or when I was in high school, if people ask me, okay, where you see yourself in 10 years? I'm like, I don't know. I hope I'm not broke. Like, I don't know. Like, I had no clear, true, and that was very different from a lot of my peers. Like, a lot of my peers knew exactly what they wanted to be. What they was going to school for, A, B, C, and D. And it's, well, I knew what I was going to school for, but okay, what am I going to do with that? And it's just like, a lot of stuff was a blur for me. I feel like now it's more clear, so I'm able to cope with it better.
But for our next question, I'm gonna ask, how do you self-neglect?
These are really good questions.
Thank you.
No, these are really good. Like seriously, these are really good because it make me think. One is the thing we were talking about earlier. I have no discipline. Like no. Like if I want to take a nap, I'm about to go take a nap. Like I don't care if I need to fold clothes or not. I'm about to go take a nap first, and then I'm fold the clothes. So like even like little stuff like that, I feel like that's self-neglect because I feel like if I did have discipline and I worked like harder, I could be in a whole different position.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's really self-neglect though, because I feel like it's both. It's like I give my body and my mind the rest when I need it, but sometimes I might overdo it. And next thing you know, I'm sitting down for 2 weeks when I could have been doing something else. So
it's really just your perception of how you think you're doing something. Because a lot of people would just be like, girl, that's not what that is. Like, you just don't feel like it.
Right. Like me, on the other hand, I'm just so scatterbrained. I'm trying to do 20 things at once. I'm either doing 20 things at once or nothing at all.
Okay.
And
I'm always doing 20 things at once.
Time management is terrible.
We're going to go into our next question.
Okay.
And that is, if you could go back, younger self, what do you wish you heard more of from your parent?
I feel like because I am so like free spirited and just kind of all over the place and stuff like that, I'm a very good communicator though. So I feel like when I was younger, it was a lot of times I tried to communicate with my mom and stuff like that about certain stuff that I was going through. And I feel like she brushed some situations off, like thinking I'm being dramatic or like I remember when I tried to come out to my mom, I was like in 10th grade and I was being slick at first because I told her that I was like, oh yeah, because I had a best friend. So I was like, yeah, my best friend got a girlfriend. Like just trying to test the waters to see what she was, because she did have a girl. Exactly, because she did have a girlfriend, but like test it with somebody else. Why test it with me?
Gonna talk shit.
Exactly, exactly. So then she's like, oh, da, da, da. Like it didn't seem so bad. So then like a couple weeks later, I called myself like, this girl at my class liked me, and she like, don't start that shit. Like it's just like it was like an immediate shutdown, and it wasn't a conversation, which I'm very big on communicating, no matter if it's uncomfortable or what. Like even when I tried to tell her I was having sex, like it was just like a don't do it. I don't want to talk about it, just don't do it. And it's just like I didn't think that was from my perspective, I think that's a terrible way to go about stuff with your kids, because I'd rather inform my kids, let them know about the possibilities of between A, B, C, and D, because you can't really control me. I have my own feelings and I'm my own person. So I think I answered the question right. Like kind of.
I was about to say, it seemed like you had a good support system for the most part. How do you think modeling impacts your mental health?
Oh my God. These are some good questions.
Especially with that new debate that they put up.
Oh, girl, don't bring that up. Now I'll be to talk for 50 minutes. Like, so one thing about me, I've always been an active person my whole life. I always did sports. I always did like busy and some type of extracurricular. I always was really hard. I have a really restless energy, really hard to focus, really hard to just stick to something and do it and like just keep going with it. So I feel like when it comes to modeling, that discipline that I was seeking for, it just come naturally because I'm so passionate about it.
Yeah.
So like I feel like that is like that's the positive aspect. But I be stressed out. I be stressed out because it's like overwhelming for me sometimes, and like people be every other. I was just saying earlier today, I'm like I need an assistant or something. People always texting me to book and do this and do that, and sometimes I feel like because I am so still like hard to focus, it can go one way or the other.
Yeah,
depending on the energy, really.
Okay.
Either like I said, I'm doing 20 things at once and I'm doing it good.
Yeah.
Or I'm laying in the bed thinking about everything I gotta do.
I feel that.
So like,
I feel that. But you popping your shit though.
Yeah,
like,
thank you.
We see you.
Thank you.
I'm doing my student
video. Turn up. You're vibing.
But yeah, you do like a great job modeling. Like, out of it, I think it's a couple people in Detroit that I actually like can look at their page and just be like, yeah, you done put some effort or some thought into it. Like, y'all pop y'all shit, and I just be like, if I would have stayed consistent in 2020 when I had my little good run, I probably would have been up there with y'all. But my ass just sat back down and was letting shit beat my ass. Like,
no,
shit,
because it's hard.
That's really like another reason to like me get my braces and shit. Like, I feel like all my pictures look the same because I would not open my mouth. I just be like,
right,
and just not doing too much. They like, can you make like, you know, act like you got some expression? I just be like,
right, like, what do you want?
I don't want it out there, like
exactly.
So shit, I don't know. I probably won't ever get back into modeling as much as I was like doing the runway and stuff like that. Only because like it fucks with my mental health. Like I am a big like I will compare myself to other people. Even though I know like I'm that bitch, like I do, I pop my shit.
Cause you is.
I just be like, oh shit, I need a BBL, like. But I don't fuck with myself enough to just keep doing the modeling shit. Which, again, rest my case. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Whatever on my page, just use that. Like I don't know to tell you. But shit.
But that's like that's good though, cause like now you into more something like you finding yourself.
Yeah.
And finding what you like. It's that trial and error, like, cause that's kind of like I feel like ours was opposite, like it's like we did the same thing, but I went the other way and you went the other way because I dropped out. I'm like, I'm not trying to be in school for 50 billion years. Like, I felt like I fit the other way more. Like, but we both got it in us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
people don't appreciate the degree, but at some point, this content shit not gonna be here, and I need my plan B. Right. So that's where my degree steps in. That's where me having to be professional with certain people steps in because it's like things I don't do just because I overthink the future. Like, if I get my license for therapy, I cannot be on YouTube shaking ass. But yeah, that's really why I overthink too with a lot of stuff. Like, I'm just so cautious. And it's not nothing wrong with that. It's just like, girl, we don't care. So for our next question, we're going to move around. How do you defeat self-doubt?
You know, it's funny. I'm actually working on that still.
Okay.
I have a really bad imposter syndrome. Like, super bad. Like, so sometimes internally, I don't feel like I match my external success.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I'm not, like you said earlier, I'm not doing enough. Like, it's more I need to do. Like, oh, okay, I'm doing A, B, C, and D, but why I ain't making this much amount of money yet? Or A, B, C. So it's like, it's not self-doubt. I'm always looking for improvement, I guess we could say. I think that's a way better way to word it. Like, because, well, for me at least, because, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I even when you was telling your story earlier about how, like, your sisters and they will always tell you, like, I was like that when I was younger. People do not believe me. Even when I tell my mom, I'm like, Charlie, you have friends come over here all the time. Like, yeah, I did. And every time I say something, they'd be like, shut up. Or like, what does Tiarra talk about? Or why Tiarra got them Timbs on again? Or like, it was always something, I swear. Like, so like, I was like, put down a lot, but like me always being so funny and like just laughing stuff off, I never really realized it till I got older and it was time for me to do certain stuff. And it was like a fog. Like, I felt like I needed some type of like validation or something, or like somebody told me the answer. Like, it really indecisive when it comes to like a lot of the actions I make, especially with my creativity. Because back then when I felt like I was trying to be creative, it was like, no, what the fuck are you doing? So like, and now that's like my biggest asset. So I feel like my past has a lot to do with the self-doubt I have sometimes too. So just really just trying to heal from that.
You giving me some good answers. I love this.
No, me too. I love it. That's why I'm like, this is so good. The questions are good, answers good. I love it.
But for our next question, we don't have too many more to go. But this one, I'm going to ask: do you have any negative patterns that you continue to repeat and you know it?
I'm a cheater.
Oh shit!
I know that's so bad. That's so damn bad. That's so bad. But I ain't gonna lie, I've been single.
Plot twist.
I've been single for. Hey, sorry, it's just me, not the rest of them. Don't blame everybody for me. Like,
so what would I tell y'all boys?
At least I'm self-aware. Exactly. Look, and I've been single for over a year, like a year and damn, it'll be like a year and a half coming up real soon. So like, I really just took this time out to just think. Like every time, like I went through. So I was really a cheater in like my little high school relationships, and like I'm like, okay, what the heck? Why do I got this problem? I realized I had the problem. I'm like, what's wrong with me or whatever? So I ended up getting a relationship, my first relationship outside of high school. Girl, karma at its finest. Man, I never even thought about cheating on this man ever because I just feel like he was everything like I wanted. Would not stop cheating on me. Like, would not stop cheating on me. I was so fucking sad. Like, I'm like, damn,
it's
karma.
Not funny, but it's like that karma don't play.
So,
like,
no, I swear he did me so dirty. It was so bad. Like,
girl, we all got a dirty story, bro. I
swear, it was so bad. It was so bad. And then I got another after we broke up, and I finally stopped talking to him. I got in another relationship back in 2022. I thought, because I went through the other side. Like, maybe I was healed. No, I ended up cheating on him too. So after that, I was just like, you know what? Maybe it's like, like I said, I'm maturing. I'm learning more about myself. I'm learning more of what I actually like in relationships. I don't feel like I still feel like I'm dating to learn myself in a sense. Like, and it's like the older I'm getting, the more I have a clearer version of what I want.
Yeah.
And I feel like something that would work for me because I feel like that was the thing. Like, I just was bad with temptation. Like, the minute, you got this, but my boyfriend don't got it. I'm not saying it like it's cute, y'all. I'm learning. And I don't know how it could come out, but like, I'm just very self-aware and I'm very honest with myself. So, I mean, shit, a lot of people cheat and be sitting there saying, well, I hate a cheater and you the fucking cheater. So it's like, I feel like I'm very self-aware and like, I just trying to put the pieces together. I'm really not a bad person. Like, I'm not one of the people that are like cheat or something and be like, oh, well, you deserve it, or make up stuff, or like, I'm not like that. Like, every time I got caught up or something, I felt like 100% bad. Like, even felt bad before I did it. No one would like. It's like that's what killed me about myself because I'm so self-aware. So when I do dumb shit, I'd be like, you thought about it and you still did it. But it's just like I think of the consequences. I don't be thinking like, okay, it's gonna come to the light next week. Because that's the thing. Every time I've ever cheated, I got caught up within the same month. Like, God don't want me to be like, He need me to be an honest person. Girl, and that's what everybody like, or you just a bad liar. But I'm like,
you're terrible.
Either right, like
this point, like,
cause like
you ain't learned from the first time you cheated. Like,
girl, whole school was talking about me, everything. Still, like, and just my want to be free.
Is it because like you either like get bored with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get bored, but I get bored. Like, people usually get bored after. Like, I've never had a relationship last over a year.
Really?
My longest relationship was 11 months.
I mean, I can feel that, but I don't count my high school one. That was like a good sophomore to senior summer. So that's the longest one I was in, but I don't take it serious. It was just like, let's text all day. Let's do this. But adult, yeah, my longest relationship probably have to be like the 8 to 9 month rank too.
Right.
That was with my boyfriend that died. That's really why it was that short, or the longest, only because of that happened. But yeah, now I don't think I ever see myself with somebody like long as hell. Like, I just get so irritated. Like, I get irritated as fuck. Like, I won't do nothing to you, but I'm definitely gonna get irritated. Get irritated. And then I put other people, like, if somebody did me bold, I'll put that on other people.
Right.
That's something I know I do, like, real bad. Like, I'll make a situation out of nothing. Like, you probably doing the best job ever being somebody that likes me. Taking me out on dates, doing this, making sure I'm this, making sure I'm good. And it's going to be one thing I argue about. It's going to be one thing I'm going to be like, something don't sit right. I don't know why you doing all this. And I'm going to drag it.
Right.
Just so it can be a problem. And I could just be like, have something over you and be like, well, this wasn't right here. Like, I don't know why I do that. Like, that's where I definitely, like, self-sabotage my relationships.
Right.
I self-sabotage each and every one of them. Like, and I don't know that I do it right in that moment. I think it's me just bringing up what I don't like.
Right.
But it's me nagging.
Right.
And I just be like,
But I'm the same way. Like, I feel like every single person I've ever been with, I really wanted to help them be a better person.
I ain't doing that shit no more.
So, like, no,
you gotta come better. You gotta come better.
No, but even if you come like really, really good, Like,
no, I'm
we
not
always
doing
got
none
room.
of that. No. I can't. I really.
You said, fuck it.
Fuck all that. Girl, no.
I'm crying. Like, no, fuck that.
Come healed. Come better. Come raised right. I don't want to do nothing else but be the person that you are trying to be with.
Right.
I don't got.
Yeah, girl, really got to work on that cheating shit with myself.
So is that something you'll forgive yourself for? Like, if I was to ask you, like, what's something you need to forgive yourself for? Would it be that, or do you not give a fuck?
No, it's not. I actually give a lot of fucks. It affected that's something that actually affected my mental health. Okay. Because it's like, and that's why I said earlier when I'm like, I might go through some type of like, I don't know, like, I've been looking up symptoms of like BPD and stuff like that. And I know it's terrible to self-diagnose. I'm going to go get seen by somebody.
That's
but
like you going on Google and it's like you got cancer because you couldn't use the bathroom.
No, for real. Like, for real, your stomach cramping one time and you about to die. So it's like
damn, all I said was my pinky is numb. Now I got HIV. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Like, for real. So it's just like, but I do have things where, like, when I'm in a relationship and I feel like it's too, like, I have really bad commitment issues. And I feel like it's the same thing, very stagnant, just something in me go crazy. I don't want to do that. It's something about me. So I've always like, but I've also alchemized like what I've been through in my mind. So like now I like, might judge me. Everybody always judge me when I say this, but like I like more open stuff. Like we honest with each other. Yeah, like we honest with each other.
I mean, I don't judge that. As long as you bring that up, like before anything, you let them know and be honest with them, then you good. So for our last question, do you journal?
I used to, not no more.
In which ways did you journal? Did you journal like a Moesha style, or just write down however you feel at that moment, just close it, grocery list, like whatever you do to keep yourself still?
Well, I do that in a bunch of ways. I do write. Well, I used to write. Even whether it's like me just writing down how I feel, writing it down in third person, writing a poem. Like I used to write like that. I did video diaries for a minute, and that's when I was going through that real sad relationship. So like I got some videos of that in my phone where I'm like, I don't want to see that. Like I don't want to see that. But video diaries. What else? I sit and thought all day. I ain't gonna lie. Like, okay, how am I gonna get to the next level? How am I gonna get to the next step? Okay, what happened in the past that's blocking me to get to the next step? Like, I got a natural psychology brain, so it's just like I'm always doing some type of reflection. Talking to people, like I could do a mental health check-in right now, and I'd be at like a 2, and I just be like, this shit helping me out because I just like hearing other people's input, right? Because then it makes me feel like I'm not by myself. Yeah. So that 2 gonna go up to a 4. Yeah. That 4 gonna go up to a 7 by the next time I do another video. Right. Even if somebody do like a mental health video and they not fucking with mental health for real, like all their responses is bad, it still put me like in a perspective of, all right, girl, just tighten up, toughen up. And that'd be like the clicker I need, like the City Girl song in my head versus the Erykah Badu. Like, exactly. Girl, no, for real. What do you want to do? Call Tyrone or go get a bag? Exactly. Like, exactly. That's me, and it ain't no in between. Right. And I work at a mental health facility, so like it's kind of experiencing that every day too. Where it's people that like their mental health is to the point where they can't do everyday functions, and function and stuff like that. Like it make you want to improve if you can. If you have to, it make you more grateful. That's the better word. Definitely humble yourself. Yeah. When I'm in my hospital that I work at, it humbles me because I done seen somebody hit their head on the glass, the 3-ply glass stuff that's not supposed to break, even with a bullet. Smash that bitch with her head just because she don't feel like nobody love her. And I just be like, damn, like sometimes I feel like I don't have support, but I never got low to a point where it's like nobody love me. Right. Because at some point, if I call somebody, they're gonna answer. Right. Somebody gonna check on me, but it's people that don't get checked on.